Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. It's Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here, using the Metaphor deck and the Metamorphosis deck. I created both of these just for fun. This one has metaphors throughout. Cross that bridge when you come to it, for example. And this one is all the tools that you need for metamorphosis. Things like the planets, the houses, symbolism, shapes, square, for example, here. Speaking of, just a bunch of different fun stuff to play around with. So what we're going to do this week is we are going to use these decks and we're going to bring a code through. This purple deck here, the Metamorphosis one, it's really good for codes because we have the numbers and the astrological signs, etc. So let's get our code, and then we will elaborate further with some metaphors, and then we'll even go one step further with some tarot. We have this peach moonstone here this week. Tried to match it with the peach makeup. I'm actually going to be doing a new moon in Leo reading on our next video, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's start with step 1, which is to gather the code. We're going to get 3 cards. 0, 0, 0. It's kind of like binary code. This is why I brought in the peach moonstone, because emotions are high. When you see this reading, we will be in Mercury retrograde in Leo. So Mercury retrograde always brings things around, hence me bringing these decks around. This tarot, one more thing, then I'll pull the cards. This tarot deck I actually had put to sleep over with, give him a little bit of a nap, because this one I used a bunch in 2024. So in December of 2024, I just let him take a little nap, little hibernation. I felt to bring him out. So that could be a message for someone as well. All right, here we go. 3 cards. Starting with the Metamorphosis deck. Let's see what our code is. Scorpio. So this is going to be hidden information. Hidden information. 1, 2, and 3. All right. We have Uranus at the bottom of the deck. Individuality, innovation, and revolution. So let's see what we have to start here. Card number 1. We have South in the reverse here. Let me just take a look. So the first part of our code is South, but it came through in the reverse. I'm seeing that emoji that shows a graph going down, South being down, but it's in the reverse. So what I'm seeing here is you could be somebody that's very individual. You're very unique with this Uranus energy here. You're somebody who stands out from the crowd. You could identify yourself as like a chosen one, an earth angel, star seed, etc. You're somebody who's an individual. You're also an innovator, and you do things differently. And what I'm seeing here is that really irks people. People could really have a problem with that for one reason or another. But what I'm seeing is there's this energy of Uranus that can be a form of magic that causes, I'm seeing the 5 of Wands, that causes a lot of chaos, drama, fights, arguments, or just static in the brain. Because if someone can't stop you directly, Like if you won't listen to them, or Uranus is very like, I march to the beat of my own drum. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And it's not even rude. It's just, it's a part of your DNA. It's a part of your code, if you will, that you are the outlier. It's a great book by Malcolm Gladwell called Outliers. With South in the reverse, people could have wished bad upon you. People could have, just so you guys know, when I pull this evil eye up on, I almost said up on the TV. Some of you might be watching me on your TV, like in the living room. Hello, hi, it's nice to see you guys. I'm pulling this up for us. I'm not pulling this up against you guys. Well, there might be some people in the crowd that need to be banished. So let them be banished. It's kind of like how people say, I hope you have the day you deserve. Now, if you deserve love, kindness, support, prosperity, etc., then that's the day you'll have. If you are reaping your karma from the things you've done by your own hand, well, that's just universal law. There's something about trying to stop you here, or thwart you, and it's not working. I'm seeing your stock only going up, so to speak. Card number 2, we have 222 in the reverse. How unfortunate. See, these could be people that you've considered close to you. This is like the 2 of Cups, but it's not just the 2 of Cups. 2s are any sort of relational dynamic. This card says balance, harmony, and trust. So this could have been, these are people that you thought you could trust, that you thought you had balance with. Now, what's happened here is they could be blaming you for offsetting the balance in a dynamic. And this is what they mean by that. You're doing better than me, therefore it makes me look bad. So that means that I'm going to try to do things to make you look bad instead of me looking bad. It's as simple as that, guys. Because for some people, like if they see somebody who kind of just can't be stopped and they just keep doing like their own thing, there are a lot of people that will kind of just get bored with that and move on and just be like, oh, that's just who they are. It doesn't affect me, because these people are secure. They're like secure attachment style. They are confident in themselves. They don't need to prove anything. Everybody can be a star. People like this, right? But then there are other people that seek to take you down a peg, to destroy you, to humiliate you, to make you feel like you're out of balance. See, that 5 of Wands is coming through again with South in the reverse. It's like they want you to feel all like topsy-turvy, all confused. I'm seeing the 2 of Pentacles and just feeling like you can't think straight, like you can't function correctly. And I'm not a doctor, right, guys? If you are feeling symptoms that are out of the ordinary and it's not spell work, please seek a physician. But I'm just saying... Yeah, I just open up to square. So you could be really trying to kind of like cross your T's, dot your I's, trying to I'm seeing the number 4, trying to get your life stable, things balanced. 2s and 4s, they're about balance. They're about, there could be something about 2024. Remember how I talked about how this deck, I let it rest since December of 2024, and now I'm bringing it out in July of 2025. So you could have even let something rest for a while. I'm hearing let sleeping dogs lie. You could have walked away from these people, or this could be something that you're realizing now that these people have been doing this since 2024 with these 2s and these 4s, and Spirit is trying to show you this code here. They're trying to show you what this is so that you can cut it out. Right? All right. Oh, we actually have 2 cards for card number 3. I did not notice that. So let's take a look. Our first card is the 12th house. Absolutely. I knew there was going to be hidden information today. The 12th house spirituality and the unconscious, dreams, intuition, spiritual experiences, the unseen realm, and karmic patterns. Now, you could be seeing a pattern going on here that there are people that have tried to do this and they're going to try again, guys, because that's just how it goes, right? You could have a dream about who these people are. I would suggest moonstone for work like that. I have some black moonstone that I really have been enjoying working with. It's kind of a different experience than some of the other darker stones like obsidian and black tourmaline. I find that moonstone, it's more comforting as it's revealing some of the darkest stuff that you could possibly come across. It's like a mother, it's like the moon revealing to you, like, oh, you have a backstabbing friend that didn't actually care about you. Oh, and she stole your boyfriend. Oh, and she got pregnant by that person. It's like this is like that warm moon on Bear in the Big Blue House. Do you remember that show? That moon, I think her name was Luna. This is like the moon coming in and showing you the things that you need to know, but this can also be about your own subconscious. You could be realizing patterns, like realizing that there are people around you. Oh, I forgot to show you my shirt. Metaphor for there could be people around you that intentionally try to like sabotage, like for example, like see this merch that I made here. It's like there could be energies or people that instead of being like, wow, that's cool, love it, people that are actually actively trying to stop you from like creating things or standing in your way, or it's like there are things like that you could start to connect dots. I'm seeing spirit begin to connect dots in your subconscious mind, where you begin to see patterns that this has been something that's been happening with all of the people you've known in your past. Not all, but these types, I'm saying, where you could feel drained around these people. You could feel like, why is it so hard to be creative around these people? Why can't I relax? Why can't I be myself? Why can't I just be my wacky Uranian self here? You could just be somebody that you just want to live. You just want to be left alone. You just want people to stop picking on every little thing that you do and you say. When I was a kid, I used to just feel like I could never do anything right. Like everything was laughable. Like every outfit I wore, everything I said, everything I did was stupid and wrong and weird. You guys could relate to that. It's like, why can't we just live? Have you ever been around a bunch of mean girls where it's like, you can't have one fucking moment of being like funny or unique or different? They're going to be like, you're weird. But these people don't have to be typical mean girls. These could be like old men, like hierophants in the church or something. Or these could be, that act like that though, in the energy. Just an example. I'm saying, let's open our minds. These could be academics. Like think about a room of academics, but they're actually mean girls. They're sitting around with all of their degrees and like, oh my God, you're so fucking weird. It's like, wow, let's like exclude you and make you feel like a fucking idiot. Let's make you wear the dunce cap. It's like, okay. So yeah, you could be seeing these patterns. You could be seeing that there are people, things that you wouldn't expect. With the 12th house, this could be uncharacteristic of the archetype. Like a group of academics that sit around like mean girls at the school lunch table, but they are like world-renowned academics that go around like teaching their work and stuff like that. And they're, my point being, these could be a group of peer-reviewed physicists that sit around like a bunch of schoolgirls twirling their pigtails and saying, you can't sit with us. It's like, you guys have a secret you want to tell us about here? Because you're seeming a little bit... All right, we have pink here. Well, I didn't even have to say anything, did I? The cards speak for themselves. When I think of pink, I think about little girls with bows. But I'll refrain from being a dick. Love, compassion, softness, nurturing, and kindness. This is like the Queen of Cups. This is what you have been. This is you. You're different You march to the beat of your own drum, but you're also soft. You have a soft heart. You care about people. You're kind with care underneath that. Wow, there's Aquarius underneath that. You are Aquarian at heart, even if you're not an Aquarius or have Aquarius in your chart. It's just an Aquarian point of view. You could also be somebody that believes in the group. Like, you believe in groups. You're somebody that you want to connect with people, but people intentionally outcast you. They hate you because you're different. That's why. That's why they hate you. People fear what they don't understand, but I would say even more than that, they hate what they don't understand, because for some, it might make them feel stupid. You know, some people might be intimidated by you. I'm seeing the 9 of Wands. Some people might feel like, well, it's not fair. You have brains and you have attractiveness. People may feel like they're jealous of you. They may feel like it's not fair. There's something about you that's not fair, but you're just being yourself. They may think that you think you're better than them, but you're not doing anything. You're just acting like yourself. In fact, you might even be pulling yourself back so this sort of shit doesn't keep happening. I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles, but Spirit's saying, do not do that. Don't pull back. Why would you pull back when they are full throttle pushing all their energy against you? Even if the only reason for doing this, for being yourself, is a form of self-defense, Spirit is saying, then let that be your reason. Because if you go into your shell like a turtle while these people are attacking you, not only will they usurp your own authority of your own life, but they will have you hiding away in fear. For what? Being yourself? Now, people talk about being yourself, and when we're 5 years old in kindergarten, we say, be yourself. It's not just easy to be yourself. Being yourself is the hardest thing you will ever do in your entire life, because people will stand up against yourself. People don't actually like individuality at the core of humanity. People like group think. That's why narcissistic family dynamics do so well together, because each person has a role. There's the golden child, there's the scapegoat, there's the head narcissist. Sometimes both parents are narcissists. And this doesn't have to just be in a family. This could be in a romantic relationship as well. You could find that things are easier when you just stay quiet and sit in the back of the room. You could feel that way with this Uranus Aquarian energy here, but Spirit is saying don't do that. You have kept your kind heart with this pink energy here. You have learned how to balance out your shadow side with these twos and this pink energy. Spirit is rewarding you for that, because even though a lot of you do know about the things that I'm saying here, you understand that about yourself. You understand that you get like a rise out of people. You cause people to come out of, like Denzel Washington said, your light irritates their demons. You could find that. And you could have found that throughout your life, that by you just literally sitting there eating your sandwich, people are pissed. You can feel the energy. The energy gets weird, or it gets angry, or it gets jealous, or you feel animosity. I'm seeing the 5 of Wands again. Spirit is saying, do not let this deter you from standing in your light. They hate you because you're different. That's this reading. And you show them that you're different just by being yourself. People don't like that because it threatens them. It threatens them in their own selves, and it threatens them in a group setting where, everybody has their own place, and you're seeming to stand outside of that binary, and we don't like that. So therefore you must be destroyed, even if it's subconscious. So let's take a look here. with the metaphor deck. We're going to get 3 cards. Clarifying South in the reverse, 222. And then our third card is 12th house with pink. You could really like pink. You could also be from the South. If you're not, you're not. You could have 2 siblings. If not, not. I just say these things when they come through. A dime a dozen wanting to come out, and it fell right on top of the 12th house. People want you to feel like you are just easily replaceable. Like, you know, you're not special, you're not different, you're not unique. That could be, see, this is the funny thing about this energy is they simultaneously, they hate you because you're different. But then they simultaneously are jealous that you are different. So the same thing that they hate about you is the same thing that they admire about you at the same time. So they try to convince you that you're just like everybody else and you're not special. You're not special. I'm hearing that Orla song. You're not special, babe. No. I love that song. But anyways, they're trying to convince you that you're not special. You're not special, babe. That's what they're trying to convince you of. So they hate that you're different, but they simultaneously are trying to convince you that you're the same as everybody else. But the reason they hate you is because you're not like everybody else. Make it make sense? Cold shoulder. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. They could feel, I'm hearing she's a bitch. It's like, where's heart on sleeve though? With pink and 222, you want everybody to have, you want balance between people. You want connections between people, but people could be trying to fit you in some sort of an archetype. This is the problem. You don't fit in a box. They try to call you a bitch and then people see that you're nice. Yeah, cover your bases. It's like people want to cover their bases to make sure that it's like once people see that people lie, people will be like, they're not a bitch. They're actually really a sweet person and this and that. And they helped me with this. And I actually kind of like them. So these people will cover their bases. They'll be like, okay, so I can't put them in the bitch archetype. So what can I fit them into? Guys, they're not going to find it with Uranus. They're not going to find it. And now, especially with Uranus in Gemini, no. People are really going to be talking about weird things. You know what I mean? So it's actually our time to shine. Do not dim your light. That's what Spirit is saying. All right. 3 cards for the collective. A penny for your thoughts. It's like then they simultaneously could be asking you for like ideas or, hey, where did you get that shirt? Like the same shirt that they said was weird 3 days ago. Now they see it on TikTok. They know that you're actually ahead of the trends. You understood a trend was coming before it even came. And now they're wearing the shirt that they thought you were weird for. Just an example. This could be like an idea. Like you could have come up with some idea to use like AI for something, or you could have been like, let's try this or let's try that. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, you're weird. And then literally it's a genius, groundbreaking idea that they tell to their boss, and their boss like promotes them for your weird idea. I'm smelling like hay right now, like a farm. I'm smelling like farm right now. 1, 2, and 3. Wolf in sheep's clothing at the bottom of the deck. You could literally be dealing with a person that is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Spirit's saying for some of you, this person's gone. We have devil's advocate. Caught red-handed. A day late and $1 short. Someone's going to get caught for what they've done. Spirit is saying, if not now, later. So there's somebody here that's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Clarifying south in the reverse, your stock will not go down. Because even if people send a bunch of magic towards you that causes your mind to be in a state of confusion and chaos, it doesn't matter. You're just going to, with this Uranus energy, you're just going to use it to your advantage. It's like, imagine if you could just harness lightning. I look at Uranus as lightning. I look at it as like a mad scientist with crazy hair coming out of their laboratory in the middle of the night, like, I've found something, I've understood something, I've cracked the code. So imagine if you could take and harness all of that weird energy that people are sending you that causes like this frenetic static of the mind, where you could be finding it like hard to think straight, or you could be finding it, and I'm saying this is magic related, this is not like ADHD or something, guys. This is because I'm hearing somebody say like, oh, I just have ADHD. No, guys, like it's it's not that. We, Colette Baron Reed has ADHD, and look at all the stuff that she's done. Like, she has a full thriving career and doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. So ADHD doesn't have to stop us in any way, shape, or form. This is something different, guys. This is like what I'm doing right now. It's like I lost my thoughts. It's like they're stealing your brain away. I know that sounds so stupid, and you could just feel burnt out, right, guys? Because there's so much Five of Wands constantly in the energy that you always have to be fighting and clearing your energy. And it's so heavy with this 12th house energy, and it's so hidden, and it's so past life, and it's so heavy, heavy, heavy dark magic for a lot of us here, that this becomes so exhausting. I'm seeing the Nine of Wands again. I saw it earlier. That could be part of it, that you're just exhausted, but this is what I'm seeing. Harness this energy to the best of your ability to be able to harness it like lightning and use it to power what you're doing. South in the reverse, we have you are my sunshine. See, you are the power source. Somebody could feel like they can cause you to descend, like cause you to go down, but what they don't understand, this reminds me of like a NAS system. It's a place that you can store. It's like having your own Dropbox, right? It's like having your own cloud. So this is what it is. It's a storage unit for your files, right? This is what I'm seeing here. This is you. I'm explaining you right now. They're like a supercomputer in a way, where you can insert like another hard drive and another hard drive and another hard drive. And I mean, these things are huge, guys. These are like 26 terabytes. Like, this will store your stuff and your family stuff. And what this is you're not putting your files into the cloud. You are the cloud. You are what powers this whole machinery, this spiritual machinery. You are somebody that you can't be taken down, because that would mean they'd have to take you down from the inside, and you're the one controlling it, like Oz behind the curtain. You are your own cloud. You store your own files. You are a self-sustaining system. So even if somebody steals one of those hard drives, you have a backup. This is so nerdy, but basically with these systems, there's a system that people use where you have a copy of, it's like a mirror of your own device, right? So say it's like everything on my computer. It's not only is it mirrored into another hard drive inside of this big machine that's full of different hard drives, but you also will put that mirrored hard drive at somebody else's house, like a friend's house, a family's house. So say your hard drive fails. The first one, you have 3. Keep this in mind. You have 3 of these with all your files, with all your ideas, with all your codes, with all your DNA, with all your information. You have 3 copies of this. So some, person comes in, wolf in sheep's clothing, who's a devil's advocate. They work with the devil, and they're about to be caught red-handed for what they've done here because they tried to steal your hard drive full of your life's work, I'm hearing. They tried to steal your life's work and mimic it, but this is what they don't understand. They stole this hard drive in the night. This is just an example. They came in, they stole this hard drive in the night. They passed it off as their own work, claiming that there's no way that this is your work because they deleted all of the information indicating that it was your work. But this is what this person doesn't understand, and this is why they're going to get caught red-handed. This is spiritual speak, what I'm talking about here, is that not only do you have a direct mirror of the original hard drive, but you have a third hard drive mirrored with all of that information at a friend's house as well. You want to play devil's advocate? Oh, okay. I can play devil's advocate too, because I'm also friends with the devil. And I have a friend over there as well, in the system as well. And I can show and I can prove that this is not only mine, but I have all these receipts showing times, dates, photos, videos of me talking about it, videos of me creating the thing, whatever this, it doesn't have to be things you're creating, guys. I'm just saying these are your own memories, this is like somebody trying to steal your own soul from you, like your memories in Cape Cod when you were 7 years old. They want to steal your memories in Cape Cod with Grammy. That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't know, pups, puppies, something about dogs. It's like this person could be like a skinwalker energy where it's like they use these ancient things. Like they use animals to spy on you. I'm getting that. They look through the eyes of animals to spy on you. They're a monitoring spirit. This is very spiritual at the 12th house. Only some are gonna like even know why I'm saying this and what I'm saying here. They're using a spiritual technology like that, where this is ancient, guys. We talk about familiars, right? This is something similar to that, where they are spirits that can transform and shapeshift, like into an animal, for example. Right? So what I'm seeing here, back to the hard drive thing. This is a system that is industry standard that I'm talking about here, having these 3 different, it's like insurance. Not only do you have a hard drive, like you have your original computer here. I'm saying we have the hard drive with a copy of all of our stuff. So actually we have 4. Right? We have 4 copies, not just 1. And the fact that you claimed, I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to the other person. The fact that you claimed, so they really don't like this. I'm feeling this energy around me of wrath, like wrath that just wants to destroy me as I'm talking. So since that's the case, I actually took a little time to, just properly explain to you guys what this NAS system means, just so that we can understand the spiritual technology on a little bit of a deeper level. In a computer context, NAS stands for network attached storage. Let me show you a picture here. Hold on. You see that? All right. Network attached storage. It's a dedicated storage device that connects to a network and provides centralized file storage and access for multiple users and devices. Think of it as a private cloud storage solution that you control on your own local network. Now let me show you something else. Do you see that? Do you see the hard drive popping out right there? With all those different units? That's what we're talking about today. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting this feeling of like such heavy agitation. Like it's making me like just want to end this reading, because this energy is hatred. It's hateful. It's like it hates you. This is why. it hates you because you are going to prove without even trying that this person, energy, or situation or people directly stole from you, and they're going to be humiliated because you have so much proof. And this could all be spiritual, guys. I'm not saying necessarily that somebody stole like an idea or money from you. Maybe some of you, they stole money from you and stuff, and you can prove it through like bank statements or whatever. I'm seeing something about crypto, like crypto, decentralized stuff. I mean, that's the point. The point of things that are decentralized are so that it can be seen in a public ledger. So there's something about this being seen in a public ledger. Someone or a group stole literally your identity down to your memories. They wore your own skin. Your memories at Cape Cod with Grammy. They're wearing those like they're their own. Now this is what's coming out, this NAS system. The fact that you have the original computer with the information on it, you have the hard drive that's a mirror of the hard drive that they stole, and then you have another third hard drive at a close friend's house that might also happen to be a lawyer. So let's just keep that in mind. Clarifying 222, we have by the skin of your teeth. I'm seeing them wearing your teeth and your skin. Like, what's that guy, Jeffrey Dahmer? Is that the right guy? The cannibal that, like, keeps all of the, he made, like, skin lamps out of his victims and stuff like that. There's something very, very weird here. There's something very, very weird here. And they want you to watch them wearing your skin. Can I say that on the internet? It's giving like cuck. It's like they want to watch their partner sleeping with somebody else, sort of a vibe. Like they want to watch you watching them be successful with your own energy. Like that's what it's not about your energy. It's not about the accolades. It's not about the money. It's not about the partner that they stole from you. It's none of that. They don't care about any of that. They don't actually want those things. They want to watch you suffering that you can't prove that they're doing all this shit. It's like they're just like in the background, like, you're never going to be able to prove what I've done because you're going to sound absolutely clinically insane. You're never going to be able to. It's like their eyes are weird, guys. You're never going to be able to prove. You're just going to sound like the crazy one. And they're just taking so much pleasure in this. It's also like sexual gratification for these people as well. So I took that literal, skin and teeth, and I was seeing like body parts and stuff, and it really disturbed me. And these are people you know and trust. They're trying to make you feel uneasy, guys. That's this energy. They could be, trying to scare you. And with pink, that reminds me of like a fresh it's like fresh meat, or you could have been new on the scene somewhere, or this is you when I'm seeing big baby cheeks, like a little baby with the red cheeks, the pink cheeks. So I mean, these could be like family members that saw you when you were a baby that are doing this to you and have done this to you, where they started harvesting and siphoning your energy when you were a child. But this can also be in other contexts. I'm seeing this as somebody entering a scene, whether it's a job, it's a group of friends, it's a community, and they saw that you were new in something, and they wanted to see you off balance. Like, there's lots of different players to this. That's what's confusing me, is that I think I have my hands around what this is, and then it's like it becomes more complicated. It becomes, there's so many people involved here, so many people that are in on this, that it's hard to point the finger, and that's part of what this is, and that's part of what gets this energy off. It's really like an entity, guys. It's not really a person. It gets this entity off to see you scrambling, because this 222 came out in the reverse, to see you off balance, like the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, just trying to keep yourself together. It's like they get off on that, and they also get off on the fact that you have to watch them using your energy, using your hard drive. But this is what is coming out, and it goes back to my reading called Receipts Found. So this is part of the receipts being found, that the other hard drives are clearly, it's all your stuff. It's all your memories. It's all provable that it's yours. And so I'm hearing something about life in prison. I've said this on other readings. So, obviously it's not going to be in the 3D world for most of us here, but they could have tried to put you into a mental prison. I'm seeing the 8 of Swords, where, like I said, you felt you could have even confused your own self. Like, did I come up with that? Are those my clothes? Like, are those my memories? Like, what? I'm seeing you feeling in the 7 of Cups, just like confused, like, wait. And that's what they wanted. By the skin of your teeth. You could even have felt like it was really going back to the original point about feeling like foggy and spell work and stuff. This is continuing. By the skin of your teeth is like, I made it just in time. I made the deadline. I made it on time to the interview. It could have, like, imagine it this way. Say you have an important interview tomorrow morning. You could have a partner, or you could have friends or family members that they cause so much drama and chaos. I'm seeing the 5 of Wands again. They cause so much drama and chaos the night before up to the moment that you leave that you barely make it there. It's like it takes everything in you just to make it to the interview, and you're exhausted and your hair's crazy and you didn't brush your teeth, and it's giving that sort of an energy. And I'm seeing this person in the corner watching you struggle like that, and they're just smiling. So this is an entity, really. Even if it is wearing human skin, wolf and sheep's clothing, it's like they could be wearing human skin, but this is an entity. Clarifying pink, we have actions speak louder than words. See, there's something here about this person being really good with their words. And this action, this finding of this backup and backup and backup hard drive that's provable, like, this is evidence in court. This can't be talked out of. It doesn't matter how good this person is with that sort of energy. It doesn't matter, because there's tangible proof. Actions speak louder than words. So let's get some tarot on this. This could involve a large lump sum of money. Look, there's the devil right there for some of you guys here. Or this is just your money. See, it's like they're trying to win at all costs here. And I feel like over the years, the stakes grew higher and higher. But Spirit showed you with 12th house and the High Priestess that there was something really wrong here. This is rightfully yours, and this could be cold hard cash, 10 of Pentacles. This could be a house, a property that belongs to you. This could even be a spiritual inheritance, like this is some sort of spiritual gifts passed down to you that this person could claim to be like a prophet, but they're a false one, whatever. Yeah, they've sent monitoring spirits your way for many years. Remember how I talked about the monitoring spirits through the pets, through the animals, through cats, through dogs? I'm even seeing through horses for some with the death card. We have Taurus and Scorpio here. We had Scorpio at the beginning, remember? But yeah, there's something here about like a group effort, 3 of Pentacles, watching you. I'm hearing watching you, watching me. They know, guys, they know that you have a complex mind and understanding of the spiritual dimension. They know that you understand to have a NAS system, for example, where not only does Dropbox and like the cloud, Like you're not even, you could be somebody that keeps like cash under your pillow. You might not even like trust big organizations or banks, or people might, it doesn't have to be that, but it's that sort of a vibe. Like you're somebody that understands the corruption of the system in general. So when it comes to spiritual things, I'm just using that as an example, guys. When it comes to spiritual things, you understand how things work. You know people steal energy. You know people copycat off of that. You know that you have 10 of Pentacles, golden aura energy that people are going to try to steal, or they know that that they're going to be jealous of you. So I feel for a lot of us, that's why we're hermits, not because we actually fully want to be. We like to be alone because we're spiritual people. But I feel like for some of us, the reason why we continue to cloak ourselves is because we know all this bullshit is going to continue to ensue when we put ourselves back into the public eye, or around people, or start dating, or go to family functions. We know all this shit is going to hit the fan when we show up, so we just decide to stay alone. I feel like that's what it is for a lot of us. 6 of Cups. These are people we know well, right? This is like a lifelong thing for a lot of us here, that we've just been disappointed the whole way through. So a lot of us could feel safer being alone, right? We feel more balanced when we're alone. We like having control over our aura and our energy. You may be the type of person that keeps a small, intimate circle of friends, for example. 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, it's just, there's something about just feeling heartbroken, disappointed. There could also be something about money here, or something about like long-term partners with the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, where it's just maybe you've just had a hard time connecting on a romantic level with people. Even in work settings with the 3 of Pentacles, maybe you just find that people tend to turn on you guys. And it's because you have this high spiritual energy, 12th house, high priestess. They know that you know who they are and what they are. The demons, I'm saying, the entities, not even the person. The person might look at you, maybe say you're attractive. A person might look at you and feel jealous, but it's not just about that. And it's not just about looks. A person could look at you and be like, oh, you have money. I hate that you have money. I wish I had money. Envy. A person could be like, oh, they're so good at that. I wish I was good at that. But it's so much more than that, guys. It's these entities hate you because they know who you are. And they feel like you're going to expose them. But I'm speaking in terms of generality. Talking about that is just an experience that a lot of us have had in general. But in this specific reading, there is a particular thing with this NAS system that I'm bringing up, where this other person stole your hard drive, claimed that it was their own stuff, deleted all your signatures, all evidence that it was yours, thinking, ha ha ha, I got the copy. And I burned down their house with their computer in it. This is why we have a NAS, right? Because if your house burns down, or there's a natural disaster and you lose your laptop and you lose your backup hard drive, not only do you have a secondary backup, but your friend also has one, and they live out in California where there was no flood. So they can just ship you the hard drive that's a direct mirror of everything. I'm not trying to repeat myself, guys. I'm just saying. This person thought wrong, and there's a particular case involving this, and it could be literally down to your identity. It's identity fraud, spiritually speaking, and this person is just laughing all the way to the bank, so they think, but really what they've done here is going to indict them in spiritual court, because it's being proven that you have these multiple backups that are mirrors of your own information, that this person cannot talk themselves out of these lies. That's the point. Clarifying South in the reverse, and you are my sunshine, you are the power source, 9 of Swords. This person is going to be in the 9 of Swords when they understand that you are the source. You are the source. You have your own system in your own house. Like, they don't understand how high level you are spiritually, that you had a copy of a copy of a copy, that you have eyes all over the place. You have more eyes than them. They think that they're a devil's advocate. The devil is your advocate. They think they're working with the devil and stuff. The devil comes into the room and stands right next to you, and this person is like, devil, I thought you were on my side. And the devil just puts their arm right around your shoulder. Oh, this is my lifelong friend, Missy Gordon. Don't you know her? Insert your name. 222 in the reverse with by the skin of your teeth. We have the Page of Swords. Just like I said, this person wants to watch you suffer. They want to watch you be late to that interview by the skin of your teeth. They want to watch you unbalanced. They want to watch your partner cheat on you. They want to watch all your friends turn on you with the 222 in the reverse, right? They want to watch that. I'm also seeing they've been monitoring you for years, for some of you through your dreams. I'm not trying to scare you guys. Just this is spiritual information. This is 12th house stuff. This is what we need to be knowing about. We need to know about this. Things like remote viewing, things like these people are able to walk into your dreams, and they could do magic at night. They could like watch you sleep at night, metaphorically speaking, spiritually speaking, I should really say. And it tried to impart, I'm seeing them speaking spells over you while you sleep. Some of them see these things as prayers. Some of these people could be religious. Some of them could think that they're praying prayers for you while you're sleeping. But the prayers they're praying are going directly against your life purpose. They're praying for you to not be in your life purpose, as an example. So really they are therefore an enemy, which is the 12th house, secret enemies, hidden enemies, where they might not even know that they're an enemy, but the entity knows that they're an enemy of yours. These people could just feel very agitated around your light and not know why. Some of them are afraid of you. Some of them find you to be some sort of an enigma that they can't figure out and that they can't put in a box. Card number 3, pink and actions speak louder than words. We have the Strength card, guys. Actions. See, this is all action based. This is not words at all. This is show and tell. You can't unsee this right here. Her taming a lion, it just is what it is. Like, somebody could tell a story about taming a lion. There's a difference between telling a story that you tamed a lion and seeing somebody. So this is how I'm seeing this, right? S222. It's weird because S's and 2s, they look similar, right? You could have an initial that's an S. Doesn't have to be. This could be another person that's involved that has an S as an initial here. So here are our clues. So I'm seeing this as like the S222. This is like a ship. This reminds me of a ship, like, or some sort of like a filing system like we've been talking about. Like, this is S222. Like, say that these are all S. These are all labeled as S. This is the 222nd file in that system, for example. It's just an analogy, guys. I'm this is not an actual code technically, but it is a code spiritually. Something could have happened when you were 12 years old or when you were in 12th grade, which would be your senior year of high school. Something could have happened in 12s. You could look back on your life. There's something about 24 because it was 2:24 p.m. when I got back on here. Earlier in the reading, I said something about 2024 with this tarot deck that I'm using was from 2024. There could be something about like 12, 24, 36. There's something about 12s. 12 years, whatever. We have Aquarius and we have Leo and Uranus as well. So there could be something about opposites, but Aquarius and Leo, they're not actually opposites. They're sister signs. And then when I thought about sister, I was like, wait, is this somebody's sister? We have pink here. I'm seeing like 2 sisters. I'm seeing one of them. Just take this as an example, guys. It doesn't have to be a girl. You don't have to be a girl, and it doesn't have to be your sister. I'm just seeing this as the example of the energy that there's one sister that's like perfect, like pink, like the perfect like girl, whatever. And then there's like a tomboy sister or something that always felt like I'm seeing this other sister like get all the guys, or people love this sister. Like people think the sister is amazing and you're like the weird outcast. It doesn't have to be that, guys. I'm seeing outcasts. He might be an Aquarius and he's kind of wacky, right? Regardless. I don't know if he is or not, but I'm seeing that as an example. Somebody like Outcast with a K, right? Somebody that is different. It's like this Uranus energy, and then it's this like pink. Do you know what I'm saying by that, guys? Like girly. There's something about like a rivalry here, but this is the weird part, is that you didn't care about any of that, and I feel like that irked this other person even more because they got all the guys. For example, they were the more attractive ones societally speaking. People did like them and stuff and thought you were weird and all that. They got everything they wanted, but you didn't seem to care. You still were yourself. You marched to the beat of your own drum. I'm seeing something about that. So yeah, there's something about 12s, 2s, S's, but there's something weird about this where it almost looks like an S, where it's like a 2 and an S. It's kind of this weird mirrored backwards thing with this mirroring energy. It's like this sister could have mirrored you, ironically enough, and yet was jealous of you for being weird, even though they were the one who called you weird. Like I said it earlier in the reading, this was the weird part. They called you weird and outcasted you, whoever this person is. And yet at the same time, were jealous of you because you were weird. So this person doesn't know what they want. They think you're unbalanced. This person's all over the place. They don't know what's going on. They don't know the ground from the ceiling. All they know is that you have this light, you are my sunshine, and even as they stole all of your energy, it still wasn't received the same because they are fake. Like, people can understand when something's fake and something's real. Like, maybe at first glance, something seemed authentic, but then if they're asked any further questions like, oh, where'd you get that blouse? They don't know. They stole it from your closet. Oh, how did you create that beautiful painting? They don't know how to paint. If somebody's like, can you teach me how to paint? Like when they're over their house for dinner, it's like this person doesn't have any paints in their house, but they're supposedly this amazing painter. There's something really weird here, guys, and something's beginning to unravel, and I'm not sure exactly why now, but that's what we're getting in this reading. So we have the S222, reminds me of a big ship coming in. This could be the 3 of Wands. Your ships are coming in. This could have been like a lifelong thing, or this is a pattern, and it's like this was the last straw. There's something about that straw reminds me of energy vampires, that they sip your energy through a straw. This could have been the last energy vampire. We have Aquarius, Leo, and we had Scorpio and Taurus before. This could be like the last straw that Spirit is finally able to bring this whole string of events to the surface that have been happening, possibly in terms of 12 months. It could be like a year-to-year thing. It could be like a seasonal thing, like every December. Somebody could be like a Capricorn. It could be something like when you were 12 years old, something like a core memory happened when you were 24 years old, when you were 36 years old. But again, I'm seeing something about 12 months. So this could be something that happens every year. Like, say, for example, this happens every year on Christmas, or every year on Halloween, or every year. There's something about this that could be like a cyclical thing where they're able to get like their yearly energy from you. somebody went too far this time by stealing this hard drive and claiming it to be their own. They got too comfortable or something, and now it's being exposed. Thank you, everybody. It's been Missy Gordon, the MetaMystic here. Remember, you can always listen to the MetaMystic Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST. If you want to see daily shorts, go subscribe to me over on Instagram, or follow me, I should say, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at the MetaMystic. I also post them on YouTube as well, but if you're interested in seeing daily shorts, you can find me at the MetaMystic. I also have my music channel at Honeybee Music on YouTube. B is spelled B33. You can also look up my music on Spotify under Honeybee as well if you're interested, as well as my name, Missy Gordon. You can find my old music if you want to take a look. So thank you to everybody who donates. I really appreciate it, you guys. And if you want to book a personal reading, you can just send me an email. All my info is down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.